Greetings, humanity. I'm Jim, and it's been a while, hasn't it? I'm not sure exactly when the last time I streamed was on this channel. Been a little time has passed. A little time has passed. I'm actually just I'm looking now. 9 days. Okay, I did. Oh yes, that's right. I made a. I decided to do a sudden a sudden rampage on the Frostpunk DLC, where I finished finally that the Fall of Winterhome. So that was the last time I actually streamed. Here we go. But now, once again, we are returning to Heroine's quest because this is we've left that alone for a while. So that's where we're heading now. As a reminder, this is a there's been a lot that's been going on with me very recently, and so I just needed a little bit of a break for my brain. And so just doing that for a little while tonight. I'm probably not going to stream for too long tonight, I don't think. I'm just I need to get my mind off of everything because there's too much everything happening right now. There's more everything right now than I think is legally permitted. So we're going to we're gonna do a little bit of this so that I can sort of let my brain relax finally, perhaps for a few moments, if at all possible, and we'll see how things go. So once again, this is a retro style game. It came out about 10 years ago, a little over 10 years ago, in 2014. And it's in the style of the Quest for Glory games. It is a very wintry setting for this one. Very sort of Norse heavily laced with Norse mythology. I will say, just give a couple of content warnings. There is animal death in it. There are points where you might go out hunting or killing monsters in the forest, that kind of thing. And also, strangely, there's some weird examples of misogyny that show up in this game, and I haven't figured out whether that's a thing they're doing on purpose, or if they just have no idea. Which is very strange which would be very strange considering the subject matter. But there is a thing that I think I spoke of about things where they might just be, to an extent, they might be talking more about gender roles in Viking society. But once again, there's still whether that's what they're doing or not. The misogyny is present in the game, so just a heads up about that. And we'll figure out what we're doing. There was something I was going to look up real quick before I started, and I've forgotten, so it's going to just suddenly come to me in the middle of doing something else, and we'll burst chaotically out of that and into me looking up whatever the hell it is when that time comes. Yay, ADHD. Okay, let's get this started again. The humanity. Powers of the crimson gore black becomes the sun's beams and summers that follow. Others are all treacherous. Do you still see something? I got through some of it. We're not quite there yet. I should just take a screenshot. So once again, this is the intro, and we're gonna go ahead and download our previously saved game. Ah, yes, Grand Central. We so this is the second city we're visiting. The first city was a bit more. Actually, I haven't really seen what the walls of this city are like, but first city we were at had stone walls and a jarl, who apparently claims this territory that this other city is in, and this other city does not like that. So, this other town. Settlement? I don't know. So there's a bit of conflict there. And we just went outside the inn where we are staying because we saved the life of its owner, so he's letting us stay there. And for some reason, at that exact moment at night, everyone in town seemingly was just crossing back and forth in front of the inn as though it was like time for that. So that's what happened. But we still have these people hanging around outside. Trying to remember. Yes, evening on day 2. Okay. I was just going to look around town a little bit. Looks like the oldest part of Menarvigir and its houses are both stately and ornate. While no match for Castle Ilfing, it is plain that this region houses wealthy and influential people. I just wanted to look around just a little bit before going to bed. There's a cat. A sleek white cat sits nearby, its snow-colored fur giving it excellent camouflage in the winter. The cat pointedly ignores you. I'm going to... Yay! It lets me pet the cat. Heroine purrs as you pet him, then he goes back to ignoring you as soon as you withdraw your hand. As is the case with most cats, I assume. Endurance +1. I don't know if that's from the cold or from the cat rejecting us. Uncertain. That we have. That's part of the whole thing of this game is as you do things that challenge your abilities, your abilities go up. You find yourself in a quiet corner of Menarvigir, less visited by the bustle of merchants, the snow less well trod than at the city gate. And this is because the stats you see. We have endurance as one of the stats. Endurance just went up. I assume that's because we're out in the cold. You peer through the window but aren't able to make out much. Perhaps you should seek the door. Seek the door and find out for yourself. Of what? We've seen better days, but it's still tough enough to keep wind and trespassers out. I don't want to bother them at night. This window is shut tight with heavy wooden boards nailed across it. It gives a feeling of desolation to the weathered old house. This door has seen better days, but it is still tough enough to keep wind and trespassers out. Yes, got it. Same deal. I guess these are just houses? I don't know. Or they're unlabeled shops. Wait, what? Yes, there's a well. A small stone well stands to the site. I think they wanted to say both site and side simultaneously, and this is what they came up with. Conveniently providing the people with water as well as with a place to meet other villagers and chat. I do have to say, by the way, this is a free game, so that they did over a very long period of time. It was a labor of love, so very good for that. Why are there violins happening now? You try to get some water from the well, but note it's frozen solid. You suppose everybody gets their water from melting snow instead. I don't know why. There are... Hey! Don't know if it's a dog or a wolf. A black and white hunting dog sits nearby, apparently well trained in smelling out and finding his prey. Oh, cool. You step into Menarvigir, a small village built along an ancient trade route. Though less impressive than Fornsigtuna, the houses here look sturdy enough to survive the lengthy winter. Fornsictuna being the Jarl's place. Is there a window set in the wall trying to keep a balance between letting the light in and keeping the cold out? An elegant wooden door bars your way. There's a window set in the wall trying to keep balance between. These pine trees keep their needles all year long. So the only part of the year you can verify right now is the winter. A thick wooden palisade surrounds the village. It is almost as thick as the city walls you've seen around Fornsictuna. Looks like the villagers take their safety seriously. Let's pet the dog. As you pet the dog, it looks at you suspiciously. I mean, I guess we could give it some meat. We do have one more ration of meat left. And we have 3 rations of Spam. We have eaten tonight. But I don't know if we are supposed to make friends with this dog or not. We gave the other dog meat in the other village and nothing happened. So, I'd like to... Owl! I'd like to hold on to the meat. I think that's an owl. Many birds are native to Yarnvidir, and apparently still manage to find food despite the harsh winter. Hello? Unless nobody follows your tweet. You know you should have taken that course on bird language back in Heroine school. Can I pet the bird? The bird is much too fast for you to catch. Okay. In this cozy area of Manarvigir, several houses stand close, as if huddled together for warmth. It looks as if the street used to be much wider, but was claimed for extra housing as the population grew. Okay. This store has seen better days, but is still tough. Hang on. Yeah. The village stocks are a crude but effective way of punishing thieves and other petty criminals, especially with the harsh cold out here. Ah, yes. Midnight. Oh, crap. You see a young girl dressed in a patchwork of rags, pieces of cloak, and anything else she could have scavenged and sewn together. As she spots you, she grins at you. Yes, we've spoken to her. Standing near the palisade is an ancient-looking stone almost entirely covered in runic images. You have no idea what it means, but it looks ominous. Oh, cool. Yeah, okay. And that's the cat. You trace a few of the runes with your finger, but this doesn't bring you any closer to understanding their meaning. We're just gonna... It's midnight. We're gonna go and, like, sleep, probably. Hey, they're letting the cat in. Strength +2, for whatever reason. And we... There we are. Okay, back here. There's no way out of the village. Oh, and I see we're starting to freeze to death, so we better go inside. Dog's just hanging out everywhere now. Hey, what's up? I met some of your friends. Oh, is this your dog? Black and white hunting dog sits nearby, apparently well trained in smelling out and finding his prey.
Good day, traveler. What would you speak of?
Stuff. So there's apparently, we've talked about all these things, but this is highlighted. So there's apparently stuff here.
Tell me about Munarvigir.
We are a proud city, bastion amidst Yarnvidir, and valiant raiders over Gandvik.
I now understand that for some reason the music started up again and is trying to cover the other music, and I now understand why the music has sounded so strange these last several minutes. There we go. That's better. Let me also move over here. There we are. Okay.
Or we would, if Lake Gandvik were not frozen solid with this fell winter. As warden of the city, I take it as my duty to know all the residents.
Yes. Okay, so we've met some people. We can now ask him about them.
Can we speak about Reagan?
We have adopted Reagan, for he is not of this town. It cannot be said that Munarvigir is inhospitable to strangers.
Righto.
He is not much of a warrior, yet he has seen more of the world than you and I. You should speak to him and learn from it.
Have you seen Kraka around?
Kraga has neither father nor husband, so life has been hard on her.
That is the peasant we saw earlier.
She wanders the streets, and we've agreed to support her, at least till the snow melts.
Now, Reagan is the guy standing outside, and he gave us a weapon and told us to go and avenge his interest against his brother for some reason. There's weird crap going on with his family that he just drafted us to get involved in.
Are you related to Sigrun?
No, though you are scant the first to notice the resemblance that our names bear. She was the wife of one of my finest warriors. Now, she stands alone, and he walks Valhalla with the Einherja.
Ah.
Still, such is the will of the gods, and the woman is bearing up well.
What does Lif do?
It is good to have a skilled healer between our city walls.
We just delivered a letter to Lif.
One does not always leave battle unhurt and unscarred, and even in peacetime, there are accidents.
Yes.
Lif has saved the life of many a warrior, and we are proud to have him in our midst.
Well, that's it. He didn't want to talk about the Eye of Thiassi. And we already ate.
I wish you good health.
Travel safely, stranger.
Okay. I think that's it. Actually, midnight, but we're gonna go ahead and sleep, and then figure out what else we're doing in the morning. Actually, let's check our inventory real quick. What do we have now? We have a magic map, a magical map that draws itself as you travel around. It's of negligible weight. We have this delightful scarf that keeps us from getting too cold. Or reduces the impact of freezing cold. It weighs 1 merker. We have leather armor. We have our shield. So we have this sword, which is our trusty sword. And then we have this golden sword. The golden blade of Graham shines brightly in your hands. It weighs 20 merker. I do not understand what the deal is, but there it is. We have a mirror. The crude mirror barely lets you see your reflection. It weighs 2 merker. And we have 29 monies. 2 gold coins and 9 silver coins. They're of negligible weight. We have a tinderbox. Starting a fire. We have rations. Special portion instant meal. SPIM for short. Ah, yes. That they gave us back in Fornsig Tuna. And I don't know what happens if this gets filled up. Will we be carrying too much? I mean, your equipment weighs 96 merker. Your maximum load is 136 merker. We strong. We are strong. Strong. Relatively speaking. Our strength is 34. That presumably helps us carry stuff. Anyway. Sturdy wooden chest stands in the corner, which you can use to store any possessions you don't want to carry around all the time. Which might become necessary soon, I don't know. Anyway. We're gonna sleep. Okay, 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours until dawn. Stay awake. We're gonna sleep until dawn. Which is cool. These are the options we were given in the Quest for Glory games. You lie down on the warm bed and quickly fall asleep. That's not good. We don't like it when people sort of wander into our room. We didn't put anything in there. In the middle of the night, you wake up to find a thief in your room.
Who is that in here?
Looking out the window, you can see the snow-covered streets of Monarvigir and some trees from the forest beyond. Yep. By the time you make it out the inn, there is no sign of your midnight visitor. You wonder how you're going to find that thief. A small piece of cloth has fallen to the ground, standing out against the snow. I think we know who it is, but, you know, if the tropes hold up. You pick up the bit of cloth that appears to have been part of somebody's cloak. Now, let's see. We no longer have our coin purse. The piece of cloth must have been torn off someone's clothing. It is of negligible weight. Yeah, we've lost like 4 things. We still have the golden sword, but there's like, there were things. There was meat. There was, I can't remember what was there. I'm wondering if there was a better way to hide the stuff. I know whose it is. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but anyway. Positioned over the door is a wooden carving of a dragon's head, apparently taken from a Viking ship. I wonder if we should have barricaded the window before we, Climbing! Ah, good, we get to... You have a little trouble climbing up. Why aren't you aggressive today? I am trying to bar the window somehow. I don't think there's a way to do it. We're over here. Oh! I don't know what this means. There's a shadowy presence here. I wonder... I'm going to try something. This is not too big a deal. Per se. Let me actually... Sorry, let me fix something up here. Just muting some things. There we go. The bed looks soft and warm, a welcome respite. After a hard day's adventuring, you would carry it along in your backpack if you had the strength for it. So let's see, the things we currently have. There is a tinderbox, meat, a mirror, that's what was stolen, and also the scarf, I think, got taken. And one of the rations. So, like, and the money pouch. Don't squander your hard-earned money on the bed like that. I need to hide it somewhere. Alright. I guess we're just, you know, it's all just stuff we have on us. And I know of no way to actually... Wait a minute. You want to use the scarf to keep yourself warm, not the window. Yeah! I want to find a way to keep the window closed. Alright. So the thing I wanted to try will... Because I realized I might have actually been able to find the person, so... Wait, okay. So here we have, once again, the thief. Oh, I'm pretty sure I know who this is. I'm going to kill you for... That's a bit much.
Who is that in here?
Just go right out the window. Beef! Bit of cloth. Part of somebody's cloak. No, I should have maybe saved it. No, I did. What are we talking about even? Okay. Just out of curiosity. There may be nothing else for us to do here, but also let me check to see if the items are still as they were. Yep, the scarf is gone. Why did I go the same direction? What the hell is wrong with me? I wanted to see if there was any animation of someone running away or hiding. The owl might have seen him. Nope. Late night on day 3. Okay. All right. I don't want to leave town right now, which I think that might be the way to leave town. Hard to say. Anyway. Actually, yeah, since there's no one else here. See if we can get that point of climbing again. Yes, good, excellent. And endurance. Okay. All right. There's only room for 50 save games. Please override or delete one. How dare you? How dare you, sir? We can. We'll see if we'll see if we can do a thing. Let's see. Yeah. I'm just gonna save over that. That'll be fine. Okay. Well, back to bed. I'm gonna try sleeping until dawn. You lie down in the warm bed and quickly fall asleep. Several hours later, you awaken much refreshed. You have no further interruptions in your sleep. You seriously doubt the thief will come back a second time. But in the meantime, they took all our stuff, so we need to get our stuff back. Maybe. A3. Looking out of the window, you can see the snow-covered streets of Menarvigir and some trees from the forest beyond. No, I don't want to climb out the window. Damn you. Be able to make it. That was not the plan.
Good day, traveler. What would you speak of?
So you have a slight security problem. There was a thief in my room at night.
There was a thief in my room at night.
I am uncertain. While no proven warrior would stoop so low as to steal like a common magpie, I do not think I can vouch for all in this town. There have been many rumors of a thieves' lodge, and only a fool would discount them. They are hiding in Nunavigir, although I know not where.
I wish you good health.
Travel safely, stranger.
Yeah, apparently that's it.
What am I, a dog? You think I can identify a scrap of cloth just by smelling it?
Well, you can't. But thank you for the idea. Hey, friend. Oh, there's also another bird there. Hang on. Is there any way to do this faster? Of course not. Many birds are native to Yarnviter and apparently manage to find food. Yeah. Very pretty. You wonder whether or not to. Dog seems to wonder whether or not to bark at you, but decides against it. No. Wait, I gotta show you something. Hang on. The dog sniffs the cloth, then purposely wanders off, sniffing the ground. Let's follow the dog, shall we? Yeah. You probably don't need quite this much. The dog sniffs the cloth, then purposely wanders off, sniffing the ground. This door has seen better days, but is still tough enough to keep wind and trespassers out. Let's see what's here. Reagan is a balding man with an elegantly trimmed mustache. He retains the muscular look of a warrior or adventurer. He is clad in the leather armor and red cape that are all the fashion in the Adventurers Guild. Well, this is interesting. I want to save the game again, but I can't. This house looks dusty and ill-kept, the furniture messy and the ground dusty. Judging by this place, whoever lives here is eccentric and not overly concerned with appearance.
The view here in Nunavigir is so boring with nothing but trees for miles around that a good painting does wonders for the atmosphere.
Fireplace is cold. With the house looking as dilapidated as this, it is not surprising that nobody bothered keeping it warm.
Unfortunately, these are empty now, as the winter has lasted longer than I expected.
A heavy ceramic pot stands on the table. It is dusty and appears to serve no purpose other than to keep the books upright.
I have borrowed these from the librarian. He does not mind if we keep books for a long time.
Really? The area is dimly lit by candlelight. Any warmth from its flame is not noticeable.
Impressive, is it not? We are saving the liquor for the end of winter, which will come sooner or later. I would love to tell you the tall tale of how I killed this beast, but I must admit, it came with the house.
Interesting. Very interesting. An ornate latch in the shape of a letter F is set on the cupboard door. You believe the drawers have handles that look like other letters. You think there are a lot of letters here, but you would probably need only half of them. So this might be the entrance to the Thieves Guild, which, again, we're not playing a thief, we're not playing a rogue, but we gotta ask him about some stuff.
Although I am no match for our town librarian, I keep my bookcase well stocked. It gives me something to do during the Thimble winter.
Oh, I'm glad.
Unfortunately, these are empty now, as the winter has lasted longer than I expected.
Good. Okay. Let's chat.
Welcome back, traveler. I'm sure your stay here will be a pleasant one, even when the winter outside is harsh and dangerous.
Mm-hmm. There was a thief in my room at night.
There was a thief in my room at night.
Yes, that is part of the hazards of adventuring. Any major city is bound to have thieves in it somewhere. If something was stolen from you, I would recommend just buying new things. Only an adventurer like yourself could afford that.
You can sell your sword.
I wish you good health.
Happy adventuring. Please come back when you have more good stories to share.
Well, so instead of showing this to him, let's try this. Dog seems to point at that barrel in the wall as if the thief passed through there.
Impressive, is it not?
The barrel is set solidly in the wall and doesn't budge.
I would love to tell you the tall tale of how I killed this beast, but I must admit, it came with the house. Please
Really?
do not touch that. The placement of items throughout the room is important for the fitting atmosphere.
Uh-huh.
Please do. Welcome back, traveler.
I wish you.
Happy.
Regan frowns in confusion and doesn't seem to recognize the cloth.
Please do not touch that. The.
Going to punch you.
Please leave that alone. I'm saving it to hold a grand feast once the winter has finally passed.
Uh-huh. Why aren't you aggressive today? Barrel is set solidly in the wall, doesn't budge. Why are you here?
Welcome back, traveler.
Just want to see if any more dialogue options have shown up. Nope.
So where do I find this Fafnir?
It's supposed to be his brother.
Oh, I'm sure you can figure it out. You are a heroine after all. Consider it a challenge, indeed, a quest.
This guy...
I wish you good health.
Happy.
I do not wish you good health. He's involved somehow. Wanted to see if it's the same thing. Okay. Well, that's all we can do while he's here. We're gonna have to come back while he's not here. Or we could just slay him. We could threaten him. Maybe we should do that. It seems Regan is not interested in the sword. That's not what I'm doing either. Regan does not want his sword back from you. He gave it to you for a reason. Okay. Well, that's about all I got. Alright, I'm gonna wait until I see you somewhere else in town. And then I am coming back there.
Welcome back, traveler. I was worried that a lone woman like yourself would not make it back. I do not intend to leave town before spring myself.
I have nothing with which to buy any of your wares now.
There was a thief in my room at night.
I am an upstanding citizen. I do not concern myself with the likes of that. Suffice it to say that one is far more likely to be robbed on the road or in the forest than twixt the walls of fair Manarvigir.
They're all in on it.
I would like to buy some of your wares.
Come visit my store when it is open. It is located near the village gate.
Where is the village gate?
I bid you farewell.
It was nice to speak with you. I hope you will stay in Manarvigir with us. Yarnvadir is not safe for one woman by herself.
I mean, this city isn't either.
Good day, traveler. What would you speak of?
Oh, the gate's here. I see. Okay. Nah, never
I
mind.
wish you good health.
Travel safely, stranger.
Aside from, like, just going into the houses, I can't think of anything else to do here. So, yeah, I guess we might try doing that. Let me make more space. Is there any way to do this faster? Yes! There we go. Okay. Let's see, whenever you're... wandering. Alright, I was going to go randomly open doors. Good lord. You look around the room and see that literally every surface has been covered in books. You were unaware that this many different books even existed in the world. This town is a library. A large stuffed bird has been attached to the back of the chair. You believe it once was a raven, but it will fly nevermore. Oh. You discovered the only reason that it had been sitting in the chair in the first place was that it had been nailed there. Ah, yes, that is a quote. Clumsily stacked up near the doorway are numerous books about adventure game design. Between the pages are hastily scribbled notes about Norse mythology. Ah! It really isn't your job to tidy this place up. Besides, you'd expect it would go messy again faster than you could blink. Interesting. This book has a blue cup on the cover. It talks about hotspots, view frames, and walk-behinds. You have no idea what that all means. I assume this is programming humor. This appears to be a catalog of the entire library, meticulously kept with the screwy hexadecimal system. Ah, okay. These books discuss the weather and climate throughout the seasons, and their effect on agriculture, gardening, and breeding moose. These shelves are stacked with poetry books. Most of them are raunchy limericks or sappy love poems, but there are some epic sagas in the middle. In this section you find long genealogical lists of various clans and families throughout Midgard. There's a spider web. Cobweb. You stare into the flame until your vision goes white and blurry, but you're a tough heroine, you can take that. You find a large amount of books on martial topics ranging from basic sword fighting maneuvers to handling army logistics. Nice. This book has the title of Struggle for Life and Honor. You cannot make out much from its contents. You look around the room and see the literary services. Okay, yes, we already had that. You find a book labeled Nightfall, Hero of Odarin, sporting an old frog on the cover. This book is simply labeled Hero 6. It appears to be the oldest book in this section. Oh my god. Okay. I understand there is an animated film called Hero 6. I have not seen it. However, I think this refers to this is a very specific inside reference. This is about a project that, the Hero 6 project was an attempt to continue the Quest for Glory series, but to do by a bunch of fans, essentially a fan work, and it never really got very far from what I understand. It was like they were working or trying to get people together for it for like over a decade, and it was called Project Hero 6. Books in this section appear to be unfinished. It is not possible to read them yet. Oh my god. Another inside joke there. This section of the library is dedicated to recipes. Numerous exotic dishes are detailed, most of them requiring spices you haven't even heard of. Skull? You're not sure what the skull is doing in between the books. Perhaps he passed away while reading and didn't notice. A rather ugly red vase stands in the corner. It appears that somebody has been using it as a trash can. This section of books discusses various exotic creatures that adventurers have spotted during their travel from Equator to Zombie. A rickety wooden ladder, just a step above actual firewood, stands nearby. It provides access to the higher shelves for people less than 12 feet tall. So so if you're a troll and you want one of the books up there, you're fine. You found a few books on cryptography explaining how to write incomprehensible text as well as how to decipher them. Yes. Oh god. Okay. So this is a cipher, I think, probably, or they're just messing with us. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot real quick of this bit to look at later. I understand there's a screenshots folder. I'm doing this the old-fashioned way with oh wow. Okay, good. With Irfan view or IR fan view, depending on what side of the room you're standing. So let's see. Actually, I'll go ahead and make a folder for this. This is Heroine's Quest. How long have we been doing this? 50 minutes. Okay. Code in book. And I'll think about it later. But yeah, this is probably looks like a word substitution thing. A letter substitution thing. So that might be okay. I have no idea what we're reaching for right now. The Adventurer's Guidebook by Arngrim Otterson. Oh, cool. We've read this already. Really looking at these books makes you hungry. It is unfortunate that you won't be able to obtain the right ingredients during the Fimble winter. You page through some tactical books, but find nothing of use to you. All these topics are too theoretical, and heroing is all about practice. I don't see any need for using the ladder at the moment. It really isn't your job to tidy this place up. Besides, you'd expect to go, yeah. You look around the room and see that literally every surface. There is a staircase, which we might head to. These long lists of names would be enough to put you to sleep. You quickly put the book away and decide to find something else to read. One of the books here, one about winter, strikes you as the most relevant. You page through a treatise on how the ice on a frozen river is thickest at night and weakest at noon. Okay. That may come in handy. Give you a hexa index. Oh my god. Biology. Catalog. Climatology. Comfy chair. Cryptography. Dictionaries. Oh, upstairs, maybe. Fireplace. Good to let us know that. Game design, genealogy, geography, lost and found, poetry, recipes, recreation, story writing, strategy. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Just wondering about a few things. Okay. So I guess we'll head upstairs. They have many, many books here. And a ghost. There's a ghost in the library. How spooky. The upper floor of the library is a cozy room well suited for reading next to the fireplace. Compared to the large chaotic piles of books downstairs, this room looks almost solemn. The book is mostly square and is named Launch the Atomic Alligator Slayer. You have no idea what that particular title would refer to. Me neither. This book is called The Stronghold of the Dwergar by Urist. The language is rather complicated and by the end of the book is ripped out. And the end of the book is ripped out, apparently by some monster. Interesting. The candle is unlit, probably because it wouldn't be wise to have an open flame around all these books. Presumably the books downstairs are either less valuable or somehow less flammable. This book is mostly... okay. You think that this bucket is here as an emergency measure against fire? Not that water is much better for books, though. A firmly closed window fails to relieve the musty air in this room. It looks like it hasn't been used in a long time and would have been covered in cobwebs, except it's too cold here for spiders. The book Tale from the Grotto tells about a tribe of rabbit-like creatures that live on a floating island and become very strong when they eat yellow flowers. I would be getting more of these references if my head were in the game here. A plain wooden couch stands under the window. It does not look very comfortable. Whoever made this clearly hasn't given enough thought to pillows. This shelf contains atlases from several lands you've never heard of, esoteric places called Oz and Midcamia and Westeros. Ah yes, fans of speculative fiction. The monochromatic cover of Flip and the Warlord stands out between the other books. The story tells how an evil warlord and his minions keep rising after the heroic Flip destroys them again and again. This shelf contains numerous dictionaries, most of which from languages you haven't even heard of in the first place. Okay, now that we've examined everything, the humble chair is representative of Viking culture, made of rough material. It does its job uncomplainingly, rain or shine. I guess we should talk to this spirit. The ghost does not speak, it just moans and warbles a bit. Can I help you with something? The fireplace is essential in keeping this drafty room heated during the winter. In addition, it provides a convenient and cozy place for roasting food. You page through the dictionary and learn some appealing words starting with A. You're pretty sure you won't be able to remember all of that. You don't think these books are going to be of any help right now? You have no idea where to even find the places they're written about. Two well-crafted lamps decorate the room. You suppose that with all these books around, it pays to be careful with open flames. I have no idea what to do with this ghost. There's nothing important there. Sure you don't want to tell us anything? Can I help you with something? I don't think I have anything you would be interested in. Nothing happens. Well, what did you expect after all? Okay, I guess that's all that's in this room. Oh, you're here too. It is cheerfully supportive of your weight, which it does merely as a charity. Is there a book here you want to point out? What do you want? There's a ghost in the library. Not really much I can do at this point. Why did they go to all this trouble? I'm going to take a screenshot of this also. Because why not? Library index. In case we need that later. I have no idea. I'm just wandering around and looking at stuff. Okay, well, I guess that's it. Oh, hey, rooster. Fjalar the rooster sits proudly on the palisade, surveying Manavagir as if he owns the place. The bird is out of reach. Besides, have you seen the size of that beak? You'd sooner wrestle a troll. Okay. So that was fun. Let me just check the time. Morning on day 3. Okay. Yep, that endurance is going up because we don't have a scarf. I wonder why that is. This door appears to be barred from the other side. You can't see a way of opening it. Okay. I wish we could have done that with our window. Barred from the other side. Just gonna go back here. Barred from the other side. I'm gonna end up having to go out and fight things to, like, fight brigands. Secret store is closed for now and the door is locked. I'm gonna have to go fight brigands, aren't I? Let's see what's here. Ah, yes. Lif. Lif, I believe is your name. The pungent smell of herbs surrounds you as you step into Lif's cabin, surely coming from the many vials and ingredients found on every surface in the house. The bubbling noise from the cauldron mixes with the squeaks from parts of the floor. Lif is a handsome young man in elegant, if practical clothing. The amulet around his neck suggests that he is a healer by profession. Lif's house is pretty small, so his bed is in the corner of the only room. The advantage of having a small house, of course, is that it's much easier to keep warm. A large bag stands close to the fireplace. It appears to contain some kind of grass, which is left there to dry. You see the letter Lithrazir gave you on a safe spot up on the shelf. Oh, nice. The humble chair is represented. Yes, okay.
In a winter as harsh and dangerous as this, there is always a call for cures, elixirs, and any kind of potion. It keeps me busy indeed.
Yes. The shelf over the fireplace holds a number of empty vials, as well as a few books that are mostly loose bits of paper, hastily tied together.
Garlic is a powerful antiseptic, and therefore a common ingredient in many potions. It tastes good in dinner, too. My friend Sigrun sells these. You should go talk to her if you're interested in vases. This is where I store my ingredients, from eye of newt to flubberworm mucus, and from nightshade juice to green fir.
Green
Tools
fir.
of the trade, you know. You would be amazed by how many bowls I've run down over the years.
And green fir is a ingredient once again from Hero's Quest.
Tools of the trade, you know. You would be amazed by how many tools of the trade.
Yes, you
Tools
know.
of the trade.
Considering that Avigir sits right in the middle of the forest, it is indeed pretty easy to find fresh plants to keep inside the house. If anything, this one seems to appreciate the warmth.
Good day to you. I hope your travels keep you safe, but if not, I may be able to help you with a potion or two.
Well, about that, Luther's here does not want your flowers? What?
There was a thief in my room at night.
Yes, I have heard of the Thieves' Lodge, but they have left me alone so far. That is probably because if any of them got hurt, they would need my help to cure them. I am not sure how to help you. They are likely in town somewhere, but perhaps they are so well hidden that human senses just cannot find them.
Yes, we've used dog senses. We figured that out.
How is the village doing?
Manavagir is trouble these days. Food supplies are dwindling, and there are more trolls and vards in the forest than there should be. Yet, still we stand.
Have you seen Kraka around?
I want to talk to Kraka about some things.
Poor Kraka has it rough this winter. People are short on food and clothing, so we do not have much to help her with. Still, we do what we can.
Would you tell me about Sigrun?
We all do our best to console Sigrun these days. It is all she can do to keep her store running. I think it is good she has Kraka around now.
Oh, does she?
Can we speak about Reagan?
I am sure you will like old Reagan. He was an adventurer before he came to Manavagir, just like you.
Yeah, and he's very suspiciously hiding out in the hanging out in the place where I think is the entrance to the Thieves Guild.
He also supplies me with the occasional gemstone I need for my alchemy. You cannot make a good healing potion without amethyst, you know.
I'm not gonna say that.
I wish you good health.
Stay in Manavagir as long as you like. It is better here than in the forest.
Yeah, except I gotta go into the forest to get to kill something and take its stuff so that I can buy things again. Okay. Well, I guess that's all we can do here. I show this to him.
I do not recognize this. Perhaps somebody else in town would know.
I mean, I know whose it is. I know whose it is. Pretty sure. Okay. I guess let's head out and see if we can. There's this thing here. I think that's supposed to be the thief. I don't know. There's a river here. This is interesting, but there's a lot going on. Okay. Guess we're gonna head out for a bit. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna go maybe another like 20 minutes, I think, and then I'm gonna... Yarnvidder! A rough path cuts between the endless trees, leading up to a walled settlement. The neat houses look welcoming in stark contrast to the forbidding forest. You examine the sign, but see nothing special. Void! Many birds are native to Yarnvidder. Okay, yes. Judging by the weathered bark, this tree has been here for a long time. Beside the road, you spot a weathered log. It's surprising nobody has removed this yet to turn it into firewood. These pine trees keep their needles all year long, though the only part of the year you can verify right now is the winter. Okay. Oh, okay, good. No, okay. The log would be a great place to sit if it weren't so cold here. It would be a great place to hide treasure if it wasn't right next to the village gate. I know, right? All those various quest games where you reach into a hole in a log and there's the thing you're looking for. Yeah, I guess we could go here and here. I kind of want to explore east, so let's do that. And see if we get into trouble. Just need to find a brigand and see if they have any money. Cold out here. Let's, fill in the bottom portion. You make your way through the cold and forbidding Yarnvidder. You see no end to the trees all around you. hey. You're ready for combat. Yay! Excellent. I have forgotten how everything works. I'm going to try to block a lot. Yeah, come on. Just get where you need to be. So we can start fighting. Okay. Good, good. I assume that's a brigand. Oh, got him. Weapon use +3. It's dead. Upon closer investigation, it appears to be extremely dead. You have money? You briefly search the corpse for useful items, but find nothing of interest? Damn you! Do I not have that sword? No. You consider making a few good snowballs, but since you lack the skill to throw them with any accuracy, you decide against it. Damn it. We're gonna have to get back into indoors again soon. As you can see, we're slowly freezing. As someone stole our scarf. Morning on day 3. Okay. Let's head over here a bit. Nothing here. Good. Small furry creature hops around cautiously, keeping an eye out for larger predators. You get no response. Maybe if you made some kind of magical cookie to stick in. Yeah, okay, yes. We did that joke last time. Up a bit. We need to get back. We're about to. Our stamina bar is getting pretty low here. Oh, hey. This area of the forest has degraded into a dismal festering swamp. Flies buzz through the air and the stench of decay lies heavily around you. This area is slightly less cold than the forest around it, but still unpleasantly chilly. A nasty variety of plant grows in the swamp. It is covered in thorns and appears to be poisonous. Best stay away from it. Also animated. Okay, cool. We're just gonna save here. There we go. We have a swamp that starts here. I don't know how our stamina is looking. Ten out of 26. We're gonna need. Okay, that didn't go well. We should probably not go into the swamp. What a great day to take a mud bath. Let's try that again. You see a pool of black, stagnant water. It smells badly, and you have a feeling that something unseen lurks beneath the surface. There appears to be solid ground further to the east. Okay, this is a puzzle for later. This is a job for later, me. Okay, we need to go and get inside because we're going to freeze to death very soon. So, yeah, let's go ahead and head back in. Because we want to not die. Not dying is apparently good for you. That's what they tell us. Checking, morning. Okay. You grasp at the flame and send your fingers out. We can sort of stand by the fire for a while. Will that help? Ah, good, yes. Midday. Hey, what's up? Stamina is currently 7 out of 26. We're gonna need to rest. I see it auto-saved for us once we got into town. That's nice. We just rest if we rest for an hour. There we go. We sit down and rest for an hour or so, taking a short break from adventuring. I kind of want to get the stamina back up. Midday on day 3. Okay. How are we looking? Stamina's back up. Good. We can go back outside now. Where are you going? I'm going in here. Still here, huh?
Please do not touch that. Please do not.
I think we need to wait till he's not here before we can touch it. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Sigrun's store displays a small variety of common household tools and a very large variety of seemingly useless knickknacks. More importantly, in spite of the harsh winter, she still has food in stock. That's... yeah, they didn't have it elsewhere.
Welcome back, traveler. I was worried that a lone woman like yourself would not make it back. I do not intend to leave town before spring myself.
Really? I'd like to buy some of your wares. I have nothing.
I would like to buy some of your wares.
Just look around if you see something you like, and we can talk about the price.
Yeah, that's part
I
of the
bid
problem.
you farewell.
It was nice to speak with you. I hope you will stay in Manarvagir with us. Yarnvadir is not safe for one woman by herself.
There is this whole... yeah, and I keep coming back, circling back to the language here. The store has stocked up well on rations. They're bland but nourishing and not bad food for a traveler in winter. That's their advertisement. That's their slogan, actually. Bland but nourishing. Shovel? Leaning against the wall is a shovel. A useful adventuring tool if ever you've seen one. I have no money right now. A cubical metal device stands against the wall. It appears to be keeping this room warm, but it looks unlike any fireplace you've ever seen.
These barrels are empty. I am awaiting new stock, yet none has been forthcoming during the cold winter days.
Never seen a stove before, apparently.
Is this not a very ingenious device? It tells me what time it is, even when the sun is not shining.
Does it now?
There are enough apples to fill a frost giant's hands.
Ah ha 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 ha. Once again, this is a reference to Hero's Quest.
I have a variety of exotic spices imported from Fricana, Carandia, and Thalen. Our innkeeper Sigurd is very fond of these. By adding sufficient spices to a dish, you too can make a meal worthy of chefs.
So Fricana is in the Quest for Glory series. Carandia is there's a series of point-and-click games called the Carandia series, in its own sort of fantasy world. Thalen I'm not familiar with. You look over the multitude of bottles and gimmicks, most of it looks like it's pretty useless, but the blue clay pot on the top shelf looks like it could come in handy. Unfortunately, I have no money, so we will come back to this later. I want to save over it. Sure. Don't have a lot of time left tonight for me to keep doing this, but we will see. We will see where we are and what we're doing. I was trying to think. Endurance +1. Oh, God. I guess we could map a little bit more. That's the only other thing I can think of to do at this point. There's a thief there. We can either map out a little this way, or we can head up this way. Past town. I kind of want to see what's down here. We'll do that a little bit and then return because, again, cold. Yarnvitter! I'm gonna assume it just saved for us. It did. Good. Off we go. Moose! A large moose stands by, ignoring you as it chews on some leaves. An old stone bridge connects the village of Menarvigir with the woodlands to the west. It appears weathered but still strong. A small stream meanders through the countryside, its surface covered in a thin layer of ice. You imagine it would become quite the torrent once thaw sets in. So moose are dangerous. I'm trying to see what I want to delete. There's several things I want to just delete. I don't think I'll need. Moose! The moose once bit my sister. Mind you, moose bites can be pretty nasty. Yes. The moose does not appreciate being petted and does not take riders. Yes, okay. I do not know if this moose is going to be dangerous. Most moose are in fact dangerous. You do not want to mess with them. But, you know, do what you gotta. Once again, slowly freezing to death. Let's go down here. Wait a minute. At least you can take the map. Yeah, I don't think that's actually a way to go then. To the right. I thought momentarily there might be a way to go to the right. There was not. Yep. Okay, let's just keep going this way for a bit. As we map things out. What's this? In a clearing in the forest, a group of jagged monolithic stones stands in a semicircle. The atmosphere feels ominous and mystical. Ooh. The positioning of the stones looks uncanny. You wonder what put them up in this fashion. And you have a feeling that it wasn't the local humans. The tree struggles to distinguish itself from the myriad other trees in Yarnvidere, but has so far completely failed at that. We're gonna go touch the stones like a fool. Strangely, in the middle of all the ice and snow, the stone feels pleasantly warm to your touch. Stone feels cold. The stone feels cold. 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 I just happened to pick the right one. You appear to be doing something wrong. Perhaps you should ask the people in Menarvigir for advice. They live close to this runic circle and may know how it works. Hello? You try to think of an appropriate chant or spell to say to the stones, but nothing comes to mind. Okay. That's cool. We like things like this. Okay. Stones. Alright. There's something here. We can talk to them about the stones. That'll be fine. We continue to midday as we continue to try to map things out a little bit longer. We're gonna have to start heading back fairly soon, probably. Yeah. Because we're kind of at half-mast at this point. Also, you know, fighting was going to drain our stamina as well, so we're probably going to have to deal with that. Okay, and now we're up here. Yeah, I think we should head back. I'm going to go ahead and look around the corner here, and then we're going to head back. I think. Afternoon, yeah. Especially now. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to do too much wandering around here because we gotta not die. Not dying is important. So they tell me. Ooh, you're stopping. Is something gonna leap out at us? Where are we? Okay. Okay. There's one little spot on the map, actually, that just want to try filling in before we... Oh, hey! Gazebo? It's not a gazebo, but... A bridge that appears to be somehow molded out of a single tree forms the only passage into the garden. Like everything here, it is covered in frost. A small gazebo is crafted out of marble and crystal. It would be a pleasant meeting place, if not for the freezing cold! In the heart of the forest, you find what you believe to be a hauntingly beautiful garden. Yes, we did that. There appears to be something buried under the ice. If only I had a shovel. This is a terrible idea. Whatever it is down there, you're not able to get it out with your bare hands. You know, there's a... You're gonna need a different tool to pick through the ice. Okay, fine. Like an ice pick? We gotta get back. We're about to freeze to death. Freezing to death is bad for you. You don't have time to talk. Gotta go stand in front of a fire so as to not freeze to death. Somebody stole my scarf. Oh boy. We're cutting it really close. We may not make it. Come on, get in there. Please get over to the fire. Ah, there we go. What are we? Stamina 1. Okay. So we've been going about an hour and a half. I want to I want to rest a little bit longer and see if we can find the I want to take one more stab at finding the thief, and then I think we're gonna stop. Just rest right next to the fire. Okay, it is afternoon. How are we doing? Stamina back up full. Good, excellent. You don't have to rest long usually. Okay. I'm just gonna save again because that's really all we were gonna do. Okay. I'm gonna head over here once again, because this is all I can do. See if he is still in his house. Yep. Gotta wait for him to be wandering around, I guess. Trying to think. Which places we're supposed to try to go. And I was trying to remember. Oh, yeah, no, I just saw him walking around. Is it impossible? Is it? I didn't even think about this. It might not even be possible to do what we need to do there. Hey, who's this? Before you stands a wizened old man with wrinkled skin, snow-white hair, and a long mustache. He looks past you absent-mindedly.
Yes, I am listening. When you've reached my age, you have less to worry about the world freezing and all that.
Hey.
Please tell me about yourself.
Well, I might be the storekeeper. I might also be the mayor of this town.
Oh, okay.
But I am actually not. I merely take care of Munavagir's library. And Munavagir is what you are standing in.
Are you related to the wizard in the other town? Because I suspect.
Does the cat belong to you?
No, I belong to it.
Oh, not at all. I belong to him.
There it is.
You know how cats are, after all. He is a horrendous master, too. That is what I call him. Horrendous. Cute name.
Horrendous.
Why is there a ghost in the library?
Oh, that is just old Zanzibar. You can kick him if he bothers you. He just likes disturbing people is all.
Okay.
Why is he there? Heavens, do not ask me. I think he just came with the place. What would an old library be without a good haunting, after all?
Right.
Can you recommend me a book?
So you want to be a hero, do you now?
Aha!
I have just the book for you.
Yeah, that's the subtitle of Quest for Glory 1 or Hero's Quest. So you want Hero's Quest 1. So you want to be a hero.
But you have to find it first, because a book earned is a book saved. I will give you this note with a clue.
Oh no!
And if you can find the book, it is yours.
Oh, fabulous.
There was a thief in my room at night.
The Thieves' Lodge is at work again? How dreadful. I'm happy that nobody wants to steal my books. I can tell that all the books are still here, really.
Good day to you.
Oh, it is very much so. And I wish you the same.
Dog is here.
Come now. Do I look like a dog to you, who can sniff a piece of cloth and know where it is from? Me, I sniff books. Much better, you know.
Yes. Well, the thing is, we already know where the. Actually, I think I know whose cloth it is. Once again, it is specifics.
Good day to you. I hope your travels keep you safe, but if not, I may be able to help you with a potion or two.
Yeah, I have to actually buy them
How is the village doing?
with
Another
money.
gear is trouble these days. Food supplies are dwindling, and there are more trolls and vards in the forest than there should be. Yet, still we stand.
What about the town librarian?
As though he's not like right
He
here.
is a bit of an odd fellow, always shouting at that poor cat of his, and at that ghost he insists on keeping at his library. I suppose he means well enough, but he has an odd way of showing it. Perhaps he just likes to complain about some things.
Huh?
There are people who do
I
that.
am sorry. Were you talking about me?
No offense meant, old friend.
Okay. Why is this an option? We don't know yet.
I wish you good health.
Stay Monavigir as long as you like. It is better here than in the forest.
I'm just saying Lithrasir does not want your flower. Is this something we heard already? I can't remember. I have to go back and watch the last time I played to see if Lithrasir said anything about not liking flowers. Okay. What do we have here? A clue. The note is written, for the lack of a better word, in indecipherable scribbled handwriting. You can't make out any of it. Perhaps the library can be of some help. Okay. I have an idea. Code book.
Oh, do not give up so soon. There is a book waiting for you, if you can puzzle it out. And everybody loves it. Oh, do not give up.
Adventurer's Guidebook. We know this already. Ah! We already did all of this. Yes, so we have this secret message that we, I will perhaps take a crack at later. But what does it mean?
Oh, do not give up so...
Wait a minute.
Oh, do not give...
Names, wait a minute. Dictionaries are upstairs. Well, it just occurs to me, once again. Indecipherable scribbled handwriting. Because, like, you see, we have story writing up here, strategy here, lost and found. I meant to check lost and found. Geography, genealogy, game design, fireplace, dictionaries, cryptography, which I thought that was the answer, but it won't let me do anything. Comfy chair, climatology, catalog. This book, biology. So if cryptography isn't going to help, let's check the dictionaries real quick. And then I think we're probably going to stop there. Yeah, that's the same response as before. Over there you find nothing relevant to the text on the note. What? Sorry, but Dr. Black is not around. I don't know what that's a reference to. There's nothing important there.
Oh, do not give up so soon.
He can see us!
Oh, do not. Oh. Oh, do not. Oh.
How strange. Where did he go? Ah! Using a book on deciphering esoteric handwriting, you managed to decode the letters. You're still not sure what the words mean, though. Maybe there's something else you need to do to find the book you're looking for. Okay. You have figured out the handwriting enough to slowly make out the letters, but it is in a language you're unfamiliar with. Perhaps the library can be... Okay. Maybe now I can go to the dictionaries. People are moving around. Ah, here we go. Tediously, you look up the words in the dictionary and write the translations on the back. You think it's some kind of poem. Ah, evening! Maybe now I can get at what I need to get at. You have written the translation on the back of the note. It is a short, unsourced poem. It goes, "The brave warrior, seeing an armed opponent, swiftly runs away." Okay. So then we, the poetry section, I think, is downstairs, I think. Poetry A. Yes, right up here. You page through the poetry books on reference until you finally match the note with a classic haiku by the famous strategist Moon Tzu. Oh no. Oh god. That's... Oh boy. Yeah, that's right. No. And you still haven't found the book. That librarian sure is cryptic. The Ancient Art of Fighting. Okay, so that brings us over here to the strategy section. This must be the book you were asked to find. Triumphantly, you take the book with you. Yay! I thought there might be something for tactics in here. Or tactics for us. You take out the book and start to read it. It concerns the use of subterfuge and misdirection in what Moon Tzu calls honorable combat. They're just going with the Moon Tzu thing, are they? Okay, I see. That's a bit insensitive, but okay. We're just, I can't say okay, but we're just gonna, I'm just gonna keep playing. There's a whole chapter on feints in melee combat, which you study carefully for some useful pointers for your inevitable next fight. Now that you've learned this trick, your strikes will be more accurate if you use 2 different attacks in a row, instead of the same attack twice. Oh, cool. Then you get to a section on spellcasting, which outlines a spell that would have been useful for locating this book, had you been skilled in magic. Done reading for now, you close the book and put it away. This was a good read. You wonder if anyone else might also find this book of use. Ah, interesting. Feint, +5. Very cool. We have learned how to feint. Maneuvers. Hey, we've got a maneuver. Oh, cool. How cool is that? That's awesome. Okay, it's evening, which means we're going to take one more crack at this. We're going to delete the save over the moose and over the forest because, you know, this is fine. Evening again. Just want to see if I can get over there and... Hi, how you doing? How are you doing? Or if the door is somehow barred. No. Are you here now? You're not here now. Good. I'm going to touch all of your things. You don't need to do that now. What do you mean? You don't need to do that now. One of the books reads, Cursed by the Usir, poor Elvis lies waiting southeast of Ganvik, northeast of Skyfire. Oh. Interesting. Not what I was looking for, but interesting. Maybe if we lead the dog here now. That will tell us something. Is the dog here? Dog here. Here, dog. Purposely wanders off, sniffing the ground. Okay. Willpower +1. Not sure what that means. Also, a little disturbing. The dog can open doors. I'm just realizing. Okay, points at that barrel on the wall as if the thief passed through there. There appears to be a door here, but you cannot get it open with your bare hands. Maybe with some more leverage. Ooh. Well, I have a sword. With some leverage, you managed to get the door open. Yay! Perhaps I should have saved shortly before doing this. This would not be a suitable sign for saving your game. Try again later. Okay. The guard of the Thieves' Lodge sneers at you menacingly. You've already equipped the sword. Oh, that was not good. Come on, warrior, you should have been strong enough to tear your way out of a flimsy rope. Yeah, I was thinking that. Oh, hey. Hello, Unstable Disc. Teaching a dog to operate a door handle is an advanced trick as recognized by the AKC Trick Dog title. Ah, I see. Okay. Like the Westminster Dog Show, is that one of the tricks you can teach your dogs there? Nice. Greetings, greetings. I hope all is well. Oh. It is a trick we refuse to teach our dog. Very sensible. I hope all is well. How are you doing? I am actually pretty close. Oh, hey! Hey, Facklam, greetings. Thank you for the sub. I am probably not going to be doing this much incredibly longer tonight, but we just died. So we're going to try something else. Apparently there's a sequence of events going into the Thieves Guild as a warrior that where there are issues. We're gonna... Okay, this was where we were. In the library, we found a book that gave us the feint maneuver. And now it's night, And we're going to, we're gonna try to get our stuff back from the Thieves Guild. They stole it last night. Animal kin +1. Oh, cool. Okay. This piece of cloth was dropped at the scene of the crime. They snuck into our room and took our stuff. We want our stuff back. And not surprisingly, okay. Here's me a door here. So before I do anything, I'm gonna save one more time. 3 thieves killed. That dog has bad long-term memory. Yes, that's the thing. You have to keep... Like, no, this is what I want you to follow. Yes, there we go. Yeah, a few issues with that, it seems. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna try tearing through the rope, I guess. I expected her. I didn't expect to see him. See, Kraka is, very obviously a member of a Thieves Guild. Got him, I think. Or he's giving help.
All right.
Ah. Yes, that's true. That's true. We had, Macklin had one more, Ryan had one more observation about the dog. Still a good boy. Understood. That is fair. It's understandable. Let me see. Yes, Kraka, who is very obviously in the Thieves Guild.
We don't want any trouble with the likes of you. Your stuff's in that chest over there. Just take it and leave us in peace.
I should just kill the both of you. I want to join the Thieves Lodge. No. Yeah, I kind of noticed that, I had kind of noticed that, Ryan saying, yeah, it's very, the voice acting for that particular character is perhaps, just they grabbed anyone they could find, anyone who was available. It's, but very obviously from central casting, and the production of Oliver. I don't really want to join the Thieves Lodge. Dick Van Dyke. Yes, it is very Dick Van Dykean. In fact. But, we're going to be, we're going to try to be kind about this.
Good. And stay away from me in the future.
No problem, miss.
It's unfortunately, I almost sort of liked her, but, you retrieve your missing equipment from the chest. Why is he running? The heavy wooden chest is used for storing loot before it is sold to someone or transported out of town.
Pretty now. It was the first thing I stole, just to prove that I could. It came from some traveling noble.
Colorful but somewhat ragged banners decorate the wall. Since they bear the coat of arms of Jarl Ilfing, you surmise they have been stolen from Forn Sigtuna. Let me go ahead and save here before we do anything else. It appears to be the thief's sign. The sign of the moose. I see. You examine the lantern, but see nothing special. This door has seen better days, still tough enough to keep wind and trespassers out. Yes, yes. You find yourself in a large cellar decorated with a mishmash of items that seem to come from many different areas. You examine the bullseye, but see nothing special. You don't find the lantern particularly interesting. A simple wooden carving of a warthog stands on the table. It doesn't appear to be particularly valuable. We have thief's sign the likes of which God has never seen. No, we didn't put out the thumper for the thieves to burrow towards us. Is that thieves or something else? I feel like that might be something else. I'm not sure. No, it was definitely thieves. But in any case, this rather cheap banner. It appears to be unfinished. Lacking a coat of arms so far. It's supposed to catch people's eyes so they don't notice the gap below it. Attached firmly to the wall, a heavy oaken ladder leads to the trapdoor above. Who is this? The guard of the Thieves' Lodge sneers at you menacingly. You see a young girl dressed in a patchwork of rags, pieces of cloak, and anything else she could have scavenged and sewn together. As she spots you, she grins at you. That is probably, I assume, the thief job board. On the side wall is a notice board similar to the one in Forn Sigtuna's guild house. In fact, this very board may be stolen from there. Yeah, it's a problem.
Just take your stuff and go already.
The guard of the Thieves' Lodge sneers at you menacingly. Do I still have that piece of cloth? I do not. Oh, I do.
Never seen that before, miss.
Sure you haven't. Okay, well, that's it. We've got our stuff back. That was the important thing. Okay. Off we go. Were we supposed to take this warthog? No, it's their warthog. As you pet the dog, it looks at you suspiciously. That dog looks at everyone suspiciously. Well, we got our stuff back. That was cool. I was hoping not to make enemies of them. But there was no option for, hey, it's cool, just aside from, I want to join your guild. Which is not what we want to do. But I suppose that's that. Was there... You try sleeping the night again and see if anything gets stolen again. I'm glad to have the stuff back. Now we can buy things if we need to. Which was kind of the main problem. Everyone's hanging out here. Okay, I'm gonna save the game. And I think this will be it. For the evening. Ah! I have saved too many games. And we'll do our evening hangout later. Oh dear. You do not find food within a few hours, you will collapse in starvation. Yeah, we'll need to deal with that. But, that's all for now. We need not worry about this now. So that will be it. Yes. All is well. All is well. Thank you all very much for watching. I very much appreciate it. This has been a delight. Is there food at the hangout though? Yeah, I think there is. Probably. You can ask the innkeeper for food, and he gives it to you, so it'll be fine. We'll do that next time. But I've gone a couple of hours, and I need to probably collapse for the night very soon, as tomorrow is Monday. Okay, this has been very helpful. I needed this. I really did. I was going nuts. As there's been a lot of stuff going on. Among the various things going on is the fact that the game that I have been working on for like ever, 1 year hence, is now in fact available. So for anyone who's interested in that, I need to create a command for this, but feel free to go check that out. It is, I have put it up for sale. It is available in print on demand and on Roll20. For anyone who's interested in that, that is a Descended from the Queen game that is Green Knight themed. I veto tomorrow being Monday. I declare tomorrow is Dog Friend Day. I mean, that's fair. That's very fair. But it's a good game. I played it. Thank you so much. Yes, I appreciate it. It's dog friends for everyone. I need to get better at dog friends. I'm not very good. I have strange fact. I have cynophobia, so it's a little hard for me to. I tend not to do well around dogs personally. I enjoy the concept of dog, but I'm when I go out walking and stuff, I'm learning tricks to try to make it so that I'm not so that the universe is not tearing apart every time I go near one. So it's fine. It's actually the barking that's really the thing that's the problem. So I've started playing loud music in my ears when I'm out walking and I see a dog coming up, and that seems to help. But anyway, that said, what is happening? So today is I have no planned streams right now per se. Possibly this Thursday we might be doing Enchanter some more if Lucci's available. That is a text adventure from 1983 that we've been playing. We are an amateur an amateur enchanter going out to try to defeat a prophesied warlock, because the prophecy says only an amateur apparently can defeat them. So that's happening. I await more enchanters. So do I. We'll see if Lucci's available. We'll do that. And that again is all I have planned currently. There is stuff coming up, but we are still figuring out various things behind the scenes, and we will continue to do so until we're ready to actually do stuff. So that's basically it for right now. Thank you all again so much for hanging out. Let me see. Actually, yes. So my friend Prax, they are just finishing their stream, alas. So that's not it. So we will go and say hi to someone probably. Epi Jax is doing stuff, and there are a few other folks doing stuff. We'll see who we want to go say hi to at the end card. In the meantime, folks, thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I will see you all of a sudden.